scenes and details may be intense or unsettling for certain viewers.
Welcome to the cartel, where power, danger, and cash runs everywhere. You are the cartel's collection driver, the guy who moves problems from one place to another. You are in a speeding SUV on a back road pre-dawn with the dash lighting your hands like a confession. You are here because a hostage has to reach a handoff spot before the sun gets high. You are here because your handler is timing you and late means you vanish. You are here because the hostage in the back seat is worth more than you will ever be. The road bucks under the tires. The SUV rattles like it wants to fall apart. Your burner phone sits on the console on speaker, loud enough to feel in your teeth. Your handler keeps it simple. 45 minutes, soccer field, no detours, no hero stuff, no improvising. You grip the wheel harder and keep your eyes moving. Mirrors, shoulder. The dark line of the road ahead. In the back seat, the hostage is zip-tied at the wrists, tape across his mouth. His knees jammed up because you shoved him behind your seat to keep him out of sight. He kicks the back of your seat again, not panic kicks, controlled, like he's trying to remind you he's still here. You glance up in the rear view. His eyes lock onto yours and don't let go. You feel the old job crawl up your spine, the one you never talk about, the one with the storage room and the plastic sheet and the guy who begged you to call his mother. The hostage tilts his head. He studies your face like he's matching it to a memory. Your handler's voice changes, flat now, like a knife laid on a table. He tells you not to improvise. You swallow and push the SUV faster because speed is the only thing you can control. The hostage leans forward until the tape strains. He forces air through his nose, then pushes words through the adhesive with a wet, ugly effort. 2 words land in the mirror like a sentence. He tells you he knows you. You swing into a fuel station forecourt under harsh canopy lights. The place is too clean for this hour and too empty to feel safe. You keep the engine running. You step out anyway, because the timer is real and so is the smell coming off your own fear. The attendant watches you without pretending he is. His eyes go from your face to the SUV to your hands. You pop the rear hatch. Lift the false floor panel like you've done it 100 times. Shrink-wrap bricks of cash sit tight and square, stacked like they belong to someone who doesn't get told no. You take a pocket knife, slice one brick open, bills fan out, too crisp, too perfect. You rub one between your fingers, the paper feels wrong. The surface fights your skin. Inside the SUV, the hostage shifts and makes a muffled sound that could be a laugh if you hate yourself enough to hear it that way. You peel one bill free and drag your thumb across the face. The ink smears, your throat goes dry, fake, not a mistake, not a bad batch, a message. The attendant's gaze snaps to your license plate like he's memorizing it for later, like he's deciding whether there's a reward for being helpful. You close the brick fast. Too fast, you shove the stack back under the floor. Your mind starts running routes that aren't on your map. Because if the money is fake, the exchange isn't an exchange. It's a trap with your hands on the steering wheel. Dawn creeps in as you hit a makeshift checkpoint on a 2-lane road, a barrier of junk and metal, a spike strip waiting like teeth. Men with rifles step out of the gray light, no uniforms you can trust, no badges you can count on. This is the part you're built for. Smile, talk, pay. Leave, you lean out the window and offer a folded stack of bills like it's nothing, like you're not handing over your future. One of them takes a bill, rubs it between his fingers. He stares at the paper, then at you. He slaps the money back into your hand hard enough to sting. The rifle comes up. He points it straight into the SUV and tells you to cut the engine. In the backseat, the hostage starts thrashing. Zip ties bite into his wrists. Tape muffles the sound but not the intent. Another checkpoint man moves around the SUV, eyes sharp, scanning for what you're hiding. He yells for you to open the rear door. Your heart does that ugly skip where you realize you're out of routines. You nod like you're cooperating. Your right hand drops toward the center console. The handgun sits there heavy and cold, the dumbest solution and the only one you have. The spike strip is inches from your front tire. The rifles are steady. Your bribe is exposed as a lie. The second man reaches the back door. His fingers wrap the handle, and you understand the next 5 seconds decide whether you die here or you drag this problem into the next street and make it everyone else's. You don't open anything, you stomp the gas. The SUV surges forward, tires scream. The barrier clips your bumper. The spike strip catches air instead of rubber. Rifles crack behind you. The rear window spiderwebs and holds barely. You cut hard into a steep hillside alleyway. Concrete walls close in. You scrape the side mirror so violently it cracks and swings useless. You keep climbing, tight turns, blind corners, trash bags and parked bikes and kids' chalk marks you don't have time to see. In the rear view, a motorbike appears. 2 riders. They match your turns exactly. The hostage slides on the seat, slammed side to side. His tape has loosened at one corner. He shakes his head, frantic, trying to warn you. You can't look back, you can't slow down. The motorbike closes the distance like it's on a rope. The back rider lifts a phone. He films your plate. Your stomach drops because bullets are one thing, but video is forever. and someone wants proof you were here, driving this exact SUV, carrying this exact hostage right before everything burns. You slam into an abandoned warehouse loading bay and kill the engine. The sudden silence hits like a punch. You yank the rear door open, drag the hostage out by his shirt. He stumbles, knees scraping concrete. You cut the tape from his mouth with a box cutter. You keep his wrists bound. He coughs hard, gulps air like it's stolen. You press him against a concrete pillar, close enough to smell his sweat and fear and the expensive soap that tells you he's not street. You demand what he knows about the cash. He tells you the money is bait, printed to flush a mole, a loyalty test disguised as ransom. He tells you his father will kill whoever touched him, not later, not eventually. Immediately, then he looks straight into you and names the prior dirty job. He names the place. He names what you did. He names a detail you never told anyone. Your fingers tighten on the box cutter until the plastic bites your palm. Your burner phone vibrates. A single text lights the screen. Prove you're not the leak. Your handler isn't asking. He's setting the terms. You stare at the hostage and realize he isn't just cargo. He's a witness that can end you with one breath, and you're holding him upright like you can still choose who gets to breathe. You pull the SUV under an overpass shoulder where the concrete throws shade like a lid. Traffic hisses above you. You crouch by the rear bumper with your burner phone, keeping your body low, keeping your head on a swivel. You don't call your handler, you call the kidnappers. Your thumb hits dial and your pulse tries to climb out of your throat. When the voice answers, you keep your tone flat. Business. You offer new coordinates for the handoff. A small change. A change that buys you time. A change that lets you set the angle. While you talk, your other hand works. Screwdriver, license plate screws, quick turns. You swap the plate for a dirty spare you keep for nights like this. You smear solvent across the old plate with a rag, wiping away prints like you can erase the last hour. Inside the SUV, the hostage watches through the glass, eyes wide, understanding you're not delivering him anymore. You're arranging him. The kidnapper's voice turns eager, then suspicious. He asks too many questions. You keep feeding him just enough. Then he says something that freezes you. He tells you they're already close. You hear traffic noise through the phone. It matches the traffic above your head. Your skin goes cold. Because that means they didn't find you by luck. They found you because someone gave them your path. And the only person with that path is the one timing you. By midday, you reach the soccer field edge, sun punching straight down, shadows sharp like cuts. The place is open, too open, nowhere to hide a mistake. You park with the driver door open for a fast exit that you know you won't get. You haul the hostage out, his hands still bound. You shove him forward until his knees hit dirt. He turns his head, searching for faces he expects to save him. Engines growl from opposite sides. Two vehicles roll in. One carries kidnappers, hard eyes, loose discipline, fingers already on triggers. The other carries cartel shooters, clean guns, clean posture, the kind that don't miss because they don't rush. Both teams aim at you. Someone orders you to step away from the hostage. Someone else orders you to keep your hands where they can see them. You stand there between the SUV and the open field like a human receipt. The hostage explodes into sound. He screams your name. He spits out the prior job details like he's throwing gasoline. Heads snap toward you. Guns shift. You feel the moment tilt. Because now you're not a driver, you're evidence. A cartel shooter raises a phone and starts recording. He steps closer, framing you, framing the hostage, framing the whole mess. He tells you to do it on camera. Now, and you understand what this really is, not a handoff, an audit. They want a video that proves you chose a side, so they can kill you anyway, but with paperwork. They drag you toward a concrete drainage ditch beside the field, shallow water glinting like broken glass. You drag the hostage with you because you're not letting them separate you yet, not while his mouth can still change the story. A gun gets shoved into your hand, heavy, familiar, final. The cartel shooter keeps filming from close, breathing loud, phone held steady like this is a ceremony. You are ordered to make a clean end. The hostage sobs and tries to talk around the spit and blood in his mouth. He begs, he promises, he threatens. He says names you recognize. The kidnapper leader shouts over everything, claiming you, claiming the money, claiming the right to walk away. You look at the hostage's bound hands. You look at the filming phone. If you kill him, you live for a minute longer. If you don't, you die on this dirt and your family gets a knock at the door. Your hand shakes anyway. You make a different choice. A reckless one. You swing the muzzle and fire at the kidnapper leader's leg. The shot hits. He drops with a howl. Chaos detonates instantly. Rifles crack, dirt pops, concrete chips. Water splashes as rounds punch the ditch. You grab the hostage by the collar and try to haul him down, trying to use the ditch as cover, trying to steal seconds. The cartel shooter keeps filming and screams that you're stalling. Then the sound changes. A wet impact. The hostage jerks hard. A stray round tears into his abdomen. His breath turns into wet gasp. His eyes find yours again, and you know he's not going to stop being a witness. He's just going to become a different kind. Late afternoon, you end up on a riverside dirt track with no one behind you that you can see and no one ahead you can trust. The SUV sits crooked. The back seat is stained dark. The smell won't leave. You wipe blood off the steering wheel with your sleeve until the leather shines again like clean hands could change what happened. You open the hatch, lift the false floor. The fake cash bricks stare back at you. You carry them to the river in armloads. You throw them in and watch them sink, one after another, the plastic wrapping flashing before the water swallows it. You keep listening for engines. Your burner phone plays a voicemail you didn't know you had. Your handler's voice is calm, almost bored. He labels you the leak. He repeats your family address out loud, slow, like he's reading it for strangers, like he's giving it away. He says the video is already moving, the one with you on the field. The one with the hostage naming you. He says there's nothing left to explain. You sit on the dirt. Your hands shake harder now that the shooting is over. You delete contacts one by one. Numbers you used to think were doors, they're just traps. You snap the burner phone in half and toss it into the river like that makes you invisible. It doesn't. You stare at the empty road until your eyes hurt. The hostage is either dead or dying somewhere behind you. The kidnappers will hunt you for the money that was never real. The cartel will hunt you because you are proof their test got messy. You stand up and leave the SUV where it is. You start walking, not toward safety, toward absence, because some consequences don't end. They just follow forever in whatever body you have left.